My name is Alina Van Horn, and I am the Arts and Humanities teacher at Boyle County High School, and I have brought to the Community Arts Center 2 of my Arts and Humanities classes on. We finished our visual art unit, and now we are continuing to have an application that is true to the arts instead of just reading out of the textbook. And so today we've had a chance to look at sculpture, which is the unit we just finished, with Mark Willem's display of sculpture heads, and then with his just new style of more plywood, burning with torch. I love coming to the Community Arts Center because it can offer them a type of style that I can't get out of the textbook. It brings to reality some of the modern styles that are being introduced into the art world. And so we also have 2 more exhibits upstairs. One is by a lady by the name of Brenna and Kilman. She is since deceased, but her art still lives on, and that is the true meaning behind her display upstairs. It's just that freedom and memory of her work. And then the final display upstairs is by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Burgundy, and he does more what I call a cartoon style religious paintings with very bold and very strong colors, and it gives the students another sense of how to use color and creativity with maybe a past theme in a new way. And so again, they're just taking all of their things they've learned and putting it into an actual reality and experiencing the arts. Something special that has happened this semester is that the artists actually are coming and talking with my students on their artwork, what inspired them, how much training. A lot of the artists that have spoken, they've never had any training. And so I think that really kind of touches home to the students, because they think that you have to have all these art skills and be a master, but you really don't. And so it allows the students to kind of, again, check with reality of they can be creative themselves.
My artist, Mark Willem's, is from Liberty, Kentucky, and he's a fairly young artist. He's 28, which seems fairly young, you guys, I'm sure, in the art world, that's pretty young, I guess. And he's done this entire body of work just from a few. He never was able to take art lessons in high school because his name went to Casey County High. They did everything alphabetic. Being with his name starting with W, he really didn't get to sign up for art classes. He said he signed up for he had to sign up for shop and home ec, so he learned to cut wood and bake a cake, but he wasn't able to take art classes. So after he got out of school, he took art lessons from Mr. Otis Patton, who was a retired art teacher in Casey County at the time. He taught him the basics of art, how to stretch a canvas, what it takes to make a painting, all these kinds of things. And then after about 3 or 4 lessons, just set him loose and told him, all right, you're ready to make art. So he's done this entire body of work just from just a few short lessons that he was able to get from. Look, these are actually pieces of plywood. Like this one here is a good example, or the Flamingo and Fire over here is a good example. And what he's actually done is taken a propane torch and burned these images on there and kind of carved into them. So basically, when you're picturing these works being made, it's basically the artist with a flamethrower sitting there shooting these designs on the
She died 5 years ago from cancer. She was diagnosed her senior year at school, high school. So we just decided we'd do a show of her work and sell some of her returns. Thank you. They're abstract, and that's all I can tell you because I don't know a story behind any of them, and I wish I did. charcoal, pencil, watercolor, and that's about it.
Studied accounting, which I found to be extremely tedious and boring. And so I decided to give myself a treat and took a beginning art class. And I did pretty good in it. And but after the class was over, I just went to work and I forgot all about my paint, my art. And then one day at work, my past caught up with me. Some events that happened in Iraq during the first Gulf War. And I had a mental breakdown. And I couldn't talk. For 2 weeks, I couldn't explain to anybody what I was thinking, what I was feeling. And so I got out my pencils and then I got some paint and brushes and I started painting. And I've kept at it ever since. Normally I paint flowers, but I got an idea about 1.5 years ago to have this exhibit and base it on stories from the Bible. And I don't know, I think I'm going to keep on doing some more Bible paintings. I really enjoy it. I use acrylics, and for inspiration when I paint at night, sleep during the day, and I listen to music, and mostly it's Metallica, AC/DC, a little Ozzy, and some blues. Sometimes it's just too much energy for me, and I get kind of tired from all the metal. And now I'm working on a new exhibit that I hope to get set up in a gallery in New York City. It's also religious-based paintings, but it's based on just stories from the Old Testament. And I'm working in conjunction with an artist from Israel who herself is an atheist, but she enjoys the stories from the Old Testament. So what we do is, first I pick a story from the Old Testament, and we agree to do the story, and we interpret the story in paintings. And what I plan to do is to hang in the gallery our interpretation side by side of each story, and then to write a little something